Hello everybody, in this video we will be talking about lightning safety tips and heat safety tips. So, lightning, what you need to know. It is no place outside when it's safe when thunderstorms are in the area. If you hear thunder, lightning is close enough to strike you. When you hear thunder, immediately move to a safe shelter of a substantial building with electricity or plumbing, or an enclosed metal-topped vehicle with windows up. Stay in a safe shelter at least 30 minutes after you hear the last sound of thunder. Stay off corded phones, computers, and or other electronic equipment that put you in direct contact with electricity. Avoid plumbing, including sinks, baths, and faucets. Stay away from windows and doors, and stay off porches. Do not lie in concrete floors, and do not lean against concrete walls. Last resort. If you are caught outside with no safe shelter anywhere nearby, the following actions may reduce your risk. Immediately get off elevated areas such as hills, mountains, ridge, or peaks. Never lay flat on the ground. Never shelter under an isolated tree. Never use a cliff or a rocky overhang for shelter. Immediately get out and away from ponds, lakes, and other bodies of water. Stay away from objects that conduct electricity, barbed wire fences, power lines, windmills, and etc. Lightning myths and facts. Myth: if you are caught outside during a thunderstorm, you should crouch down to reduce your risk of being struck. Fact: crouching doesn't make you any safer than outdoors. Run to a substantial building or hard-top vehicle. If you are too far to run from these options, you have no good alternative. You are not safe anywhere outdoors. Myths: lightning never strikes the same place twice. Fact: lightning often strikes the same place repeatedly, especially if it's tall, pointy, isolated object. The Empire State Building is hit nearly 100 times a year. Myth: if it is not raining or there aren't any clouds, you're safe from lightning. Fact: lightning often strikes more than 3 miles from the center of a thunderstorm, far outside the rain or thunderstorm cloud. Bolts from blue can strike 10 to 50 miles from the thunderstorm. Myth: rubber tires on a car protect you from lightning by insulating you from the ground. Fact: most cars aren't safe from lightning, but it is the metal roof and metal slides that protect you, not the rubber tires. Remember, convertibles, motorcycles, bicycles, open-shelled outdoor recreational vehicles, and the car's fiberglass shells offer no protection from lightning. When lightning strikes a vehicle, it goes through the metal frames into the ground. Do not lean on one during a thunderstorm. Myth: a lightning victim is electrified. If you touch them, you'll be electrocuted. Fact: the human body does not store electricity. It is perfectly safe to touch a lightning victim to give them first aid. This is the most chilling of the lightning myths. Imagine if someone died because you were afraid to give CPR. Myth: if you are outside during a thunderstorm, you should seek shelter under a tree to stay dry. Being underneath a tree is the second leading cause of lightning casualties. Better to get wet than fried. Myth: if you are in a house, you are 100% safe from lightning. Fact: a house is a safe place during a thunderstorm as long as you avoid anything that conducts electricity. This means staying off corded phones, electrical appliances, wires, TV cables, computers, plumbing, metal doors, and windows. Windows are hazardous for 2 reasons. Wind generated during a thunderstorm can blow objects into the window, breaking and causing glass to shatter. And second, in older homes, in rare instances, lightning can come in cracks in the side of windows. Myth: if thunderstorms threaten while you are outside playing game, it's okay to finish before seeking shelter. Fact: many lightning casualties occur because people do not seek shelter soon enough. No game is worth death or lifelong injuries. Seek proper shelter immediately if you hear thunder. Adults are responsible for safety of children. Myth: structures with metal or the body, jewelry, cell phones, MP3 players, watches, etc. track lightning. Fact: height, pointy shape, and isolation of a dominant factor controlling where a lightning bolt will strike. The presence of metal makes absolutely no difference of where strike. Mountains, Lightning strikes. Mountains are made of stone but can get struck by lightnings many times a year. When lightning threatens, take proper protective action immediately by seeking a safe shelter. Don't waste time removing metal. While metal does not attract lightning, it does conduct, so stay away from metal fences, railing, breachers, etc. Myth: if trapped outside in lightning... Let me start again. Myth: if trapped outside in lightning it is about to strike, I should lay flat on the ground. Fact: lying flat on the ground increases chance of being affected by potentially deadly ground current. If you are caught outside during a thunderstorm, you keep moving toward a safe shelter. Myth: lightning flashes are 3 to 4 km apart. Fact: old data says successful... Okay, I'm gonna skip that one. Yeah, I'm skipping the rest, but you can read them from here. Okay. Now we're gonna move on to the beat the heat tips. North America summers are hot. Most summers see heat waves in one or more parts of the United States. Heat is one of the leading weather-related killers in the United States, resulting in hundreds of fatalities each year, even more than heat-related illnesses. This is the heat watch versus the heat warning. So you see there an excessive heat warning, an excessive heat watch, and a heat advisory. There's a thermometer. An excessive heat warning means to take action. An excessive heat warning is issued with 12 hours of the onset of extremely dangerous heat conditions. The general rule of thumb for this warning is when the maximum heat temperature is expected to be 105 degrees or higher for at least 2 days, and nighttime air temperatures will not drop below 75 degrees Fahrenheit. However, these criteria vary across the country, especially for the areas not used to extreme heat conditions. If you don't take precautions immediately when conditions are extreme, you become seriously ill or even die. An excessive heat watches means to be prepared. Heat watches are issued when conditions are favorable for an excessive heat event in the next 24 to 72 hours. A watch is used when the risk of heat wave has increased, but the occurrence of timing is uncertain. A heat advisory means take action. A heat advisory is issued with 12 or the onset of extremely dangerous heat conditions. The general rule of thumb for the advisory is when the maximum heat temperature is expected to be 100 degrees or higher for at least 2 days. In the nighttime, air temperature will not drop below 75 degrees. However, this criteria, which basically the same, is there. An excessive heat outlook are issued when the potential exists for an excessive heat event in the next 3 to 7 days. An outlook provides information to those who need considerable lead time to prepare for the event. Thanks for joining me. Have a nice day.